everyone, welcome back to Q&A with RF Smart. My name is Sarah Archer, and we're back here on YouTube for a new year. It's 2021. We wanted to start the year by looking back at some of the top challenges that NetSuite users faced in 2020. So we can help you tackle those challenges as we move into 2021. And I have David Cronin as our guest today. David is a member of our sales team in the UK, and he's actually presented a webcast on this very topic about a month or so ago. So when you finish this video, I'm going to leave a link where you can go and view that webinar and get even more information about some of the challenges that we're going to talk about today. So David, thank you so much for being here. Let's go ahead and we'll jump into our questions for today. So my first question for you, David, is what would you say the top 3 inventory challenges were for NetSuite users in 2020?
Hi, Sarah. Thanks for that. Yeah, so if I'm looking at some of the top challenges that I've encountered with some of the prospects and customers that we have over here in the UK, there's been many challenges over the last year for sure. But I'd say the top 3 would probably be data integrity, operational accuracy, and ongoing costs of the system.
David, let's dig a little bit deeper into those 3 top inventory challenges. Can you explain what data integrity is? And then can you talk about a little bit about how inaccurate data can hinder NetSuite users?
So what I mean by data integrity is really just trusting the information that you actually have in your ERP system. And that's where RF Smart can come in. So a lack of visibility into inventory, understanding where items are, actually the transaction side of things, so the movement of these items through the warehouse from the entry into the warehouse all the way to sending the items out to your customers. So making sure that all of that is accurate within the system.
How can NetSuite users solve this inventory challenge this year? It sounds like it's a very manual process that can end in many errors.
Absolutely. So typically when we're looking to implement a system like RF Smart to enhance the NetSuite solution, what we find is that we're migrating from a very manual process. So paper-based picking, paper-based packing, receiving items based on paper pick slips and things like that. So what that migration is from RF Smart to RF Smart is to really bring them into a mobile device and get away from that paper-based warehouse. So being able to do that really helps you increase the integrity of your data by reducing human error, reducing that natural human error that you will always get when you're going through these processes in the warehouse.
The second operational issue that you mentioned is operational accuracy. It's challenging for many people. Could you elaborate on what operational accuracy means?
Yeah, absolutely. So data integrity is definitely the foundation that you need to build these sorts of systems on, and getting that inventory data in NetSuite is pivotal to be able to go on to the next phase. And when I talk about operational, actually, I'm really talking about the actions of the people within the warehouse. So something like RF Smart and being able to transact on these mobile devices, you're getting constant validation on every single step. So you're not having to so if you enter a wrong item, or you scan a wrong item, or you pick a wrong item, the system will not let you go to the next stage. So it's constant validation throughout all of these processes that will really increase that operational side of things. And what that can also do is really pinpoint where the issues are and how you can kind of make some strategic moves or operational changes to really improve the processes within the warehouse.
David, NetSuite users are always being asked to show the ROI or the value of their inventory management solution. And one of the ways that you can do that is using the reporting features or KPI measurements that are available within NetSuite and RF Smart. So what are some of the KPIs that you can monitor to know if you're operating as accurately and efficiently as possible?
So whether you're looking to migrate to NetSuite, or whether you're using NetSuite already and looking to implement RF Smart, what you've got to remember is when using a system like RF Smart, or any transaction or any process that you use with RF Smart immediately represents that data. And we add extra fields and extra data into the NetSuite system, which you can then report on. So any sort of data point or any sort of field within NetSuite, you can report on that data. So what we can do from that is with NetSuite, you can create safe searches and dashboards manually to report on things like time to do transactions, steps within the manufacturing process, how long each of those take, so you can kind of understand where the bottlenecks are. But we also have a reporting module, which is similar to NetSuite's Suite Success solution, where we have the standard reports that we would typically see in the warehouse and what you would really want to understand from a warehouse management or an operations manager perspective. And you can really drill down into all of those bits of data and understand where things are working efficiently and where things aren't. So you can really, instead of reacting, you can really proactively make some strategic changes.
Third and final inventory challenge that you mentioned is ongoing costs. So sometimes you might not be aware when you begin to evaluate your WMS, there are additional costs that you might need to be aware of or be aware of. What are the 3 costs that could be hidden that NetSuite users need to be made aware of?
3 costs that typically come up are costs of enhancements, help and support, and downtime of the system. So the reason that we've built this system on NetSuite, I'll touch on the last one first, is really because of NetSuite's very limited downtime. So I think the stats are 99.5% it's up. So RF Smart is built on that platform. So we inherit that sort of good KPI on downtime. So that's one thing. So you can really trust in the system to be live and working when you need it to. So from a help and support perspective, everything in our proposals covers all of that help and support, whether that be from a software perspective or a hardware perspective. So there's no hidden costs. We will support you on all of the warehouse related software and hardware issues. And when it comes to enhancements, what's important to kind of understand from an RF Smart perspective is we really do the scoping pre-sale. So what I mean by that is when we do demos and alignment sessions with our customers and prospects, we really drill down into the detail of exactly what we need to be doing when we're solutioning this sort of software. So when we present those sort of proposals, everything is clear, everything is understood. Any tweaks in the system that we need to make, the costs are there, and over the next 3 years that you'd be looking to work with RF Smart, all of those costs would be covered, and there'd be no kind of surprises down the line, unless there's kind of some big operational changes that really may have an impact on the software.
Well, thank you, David. As I mentioned before, we've got a webcast on this topic that goes into much more detail. If inventory accuracy is a goal of yours in 2021, I'm going to leave that linked in the description of the video. As always, you can contact us at info@rfsmart.com with questions. David, thank you so much for your time today, and thank you guys for watching. We'll see you again soon.